Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're going to be watching another Gun Fails Darwin Awards by Brandon Herrera. And before we begin watching this, Twitch chat, do you have anything that you want to say to YouTube before we begin? All right, without further ado, let's get into it.
No more. Is everybody all right?
Is everybody all right?
Probably not if they're in this video.
You're all right.
All right.
Bring the other gun out. Oh no! What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? Yeah, I know. I don't look homeless anymore. As we've said before on the channel, guns are awesome. Idiots are not. When the two intersect, bad stuff tends to happen.
Sometimes funny stuff. Assuming no one gets harmed, it's funny. You are allowed to laugh if the person is okay. If they're not okay, you know, don't laugh. Like, that's when you're in a, if you're ever in a real situation and someone might have just hurt themselves, you don't start laughing until you've already checked to see if they're okay. Once you have confirmed they are, feel free to laugh at their idiocy.
Occasionally resulting in the winner of a Darwin Award. Winning a Darwin Award isn't so much good for yourself as much as it is for everybody else that still remains on the planet when you're not here, because you've removed yourself from the gene pool. Here's not to say everybody you're about to see is an idiot. Just a lot of them. Just as a disclaimer, what we're going to be doing is taking a look at a lot of gun fails and gun accidents and things like that from across the internet, and really using some kind of dark humor to try to shed some light on what they could have done differently, and kind of like as a PSA to avoid these things going forward. We're going to learn how to be safer with firearms, and also potentially witness the winner of a Darwin Award. First up,
welcome,
by
Vampire.
Massive request, Tannerite lawnmower guy.
What?
So here
Months
we have
earlier.
This gentleman is shooting a lawnmower that apparently he is filled with Tannerite.
Okay, is Tannerite's an explosive? Okay, this is stupid, assuming he doesn't have any training for this. Blowing up stuff always seems fun. Don't do it unless you really need to. Unless you really need to.
He's missing a shitload, and so he actually
got
gets
closer.
closer, which is great. I think on the back of the box of those, if you don't know, Tannerite is a brand of exploding target, like a binary explosive. They're used for great dramatic effect when you're shooting things and can be done very safely. I've shot them a bunch, and mostly been safe with them. They also have a label on the back that says you should stay back at least 100 feet or 100 yards. I can't remember. This gentleman is like 30 yards away from a lawnmower really filled with God knows how much Tannerite. So let's see what happens.
Oh! Oh no.
So that was a good bit of Tannerite in there. Actually, if you just pause on that frame.
Oh my god.
Where it first goes up, that's more than 1 pound of Tannerite. If I had to guess, it's maybe like anywhere, probably about 5-ish pounds. Like,
wait, did he lose a leg? This is why you don't mess with things unless you fully understand them. Okay, this is the equivalent of that one guy who goes, "How much weed should I take? Oh, this brownie ain't shit. I'll eat another 3." Why'd you put more than a pound of the explosive if you don't understand how far it's gonna go? You're gonna blow yourself to kingdom come. God, like, don't, just, unless you are a trained professional in some sense, don't mess with explosives, or at the very least work your way up. You'd rather not have enough than have too many.
Maybe 3, maybe 8, whatever. This is a decent bit of Tannerite. Standing way too close. And there's something interesting about lawnmowers. They actually cut grass using big-ass blades, which I'm assuming this gentleman did not remove prior
that's right.
filling it with a low-grade explosive. The craziest part is the life juice that is on his buddy's pants right off the bat. That was just a clean, and I think this guy did end up losing his leg, which it sucks. It really does suck. I don't know anything about this guy, and this is just, everybody has moments where they do dumb shit. That really blows. He's gonna have a reminder of that for the rest of his life. However, he did end up recovering from his wounds, sands, and appendage, which did not win a Darwin Award. That's not to say that binary explosives are something that should be screwed around with. Our next contestant up.
Now, okay, this is something I don't know about explosives, because my only interaction with explosives are in video games and movies, which obviously not very accurate necessarily. So, did the explosive just blow off his leg from that distance? Or could it have actually just been the blades? Shrapnel? I don't know like how explosives work like that. So no, it was the shrapnel. Okay, that makes sense. Like some blades, something did that. It wasn't just the force of the explosive. Okay, binary is two different compounds mixed together. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Binary. Yeah, duh. Yeah, that makes sense. The shrapnel, the blades probably were the thing that got rid of the leg. Yeah, that's probably. Ooh. Okay, but does anyone else have that intrusive thought though of like when I'm mowing the lawn? There is at least one time, every time I'm going around the yard, that my brain goes, what if you hit like a rock and it just makes the blades disconnect and it just flies back and you just lose both your legs? Like there go your feet right at the ankles. Does anybody else get that fear? There's never any rocks in there. I'm always paying attention, but then there's always those times where I got to get close to like a cinder block. And every time, and I'm like, I've done this 1,000 times. I'm not going to hit that. I know it's elevated enough, and I'm not even going to go over it. But what if I fuck up? That's just always.
Here, Mr. FPS Russia, the guy we all grew up on, one of the single most people who inspired me to be a gun tuber, one of the few times...
He doesn't do stuff anymore, right? Didn't YouTube take down a bunch of, like, FPS Russia, or something happened with FPS Russia, right? Was it YouTube? Maybe the government did something? I don't remember the whole story, so I'm speaking from some of it. Now it got fucked by the government. I thought there was something like that. Yeah.
Killed himself on video and turned a YouTube video into a snuff film, was also using binary explosives. And this is the video where he almost committed self-die with a truck.
The ATF.
See a little shrapnel going.
Uh-oh. Jesus Christ!
Now, for anybody who was watching that video for the first time, I'm pretty sure I just heard your asshole pucker. That truck door was on a mission. So if I recall correctly,
he's probably gonna play it again, but he didn't even have enough time to do any real reflex. If that hit him, he was going to be hit before he even tried to move.
That truck door was on a mission. So if I recall correctly, Kyle had actually talked about this on Painkiller Already, the podcast that they do, and he had said that normally they put explosives like binaries when they're shooting at a car in the middle or like hanging from the rear view mirror, but in this case it didn't have a rear view mirror, so they tucked it next to the door, and that is what resulted in our passenger side door rocket manning as him and landing God knows where. My favorite part of this video though is his reaction to the camera seconds after realizing he came about EA close to getting the big sleep.
Maybe a lot of shrapnel. Well, I really like this rifle. I've got to
you had to process
back into the spiel like a true professional. Professional Russian, if you will. Alas, no Darwin Award here. He would go on to continue making great YouTube entertainment for the rest of us to enjoy. Well, okay, at least until he remembered line item 11E on a 4473.
Yeah.
Or the government reminded him, anyway.
Yeah.
F. What a lad, though. Dude's not even wearing fucking eye pro.
What the?
That's doing shit like that. I'd probably be wearing eye pro.
You should always be wearing eye pro.
Definitely.
He's not even wearing. Is he wearing ear protection?
F. What a lad, though. Dude's not even wearing fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming maybe he's got the internal stuff, but nothing that. Oh my goodness, no protection. Call me a pussy. I want to be behind something at the very least. You can call me a pussy for that. I'd rather keep all my appendages intact.
Eye pro. I know if I was doing shit like that, I'd probably be wearing.
He was charged with messing serial numbers on his painted rifles. Oh,
a ballistic vest, which leads us to our sponsor, Safe Life. Safe Life Defense makes high-quality ballistic vests, plates, all sorts of stuff, and they're a huge supporter of the channel. You may have even seen our video shooting it with a variety.
Yeah, you can never be too careful. I'd want to be in that
stuff. We'll go ahead and put a link down in the description.
Man, look at his nipples.
They're a big supporter of the channel, so we definitely want to show them some love.
Sorry, intrusive thought.
Find a better video to shout them out on than a Darwin Award video. People getting. Yeah. Speaking of people getting. Yeah. Check out our next one.
Guns get them hard.
Circulating the internet since before YouTube was a thing. I remember seeing this a long time ago, and that is why it is in fucking potato quality. So this gentleman is out here in the desert.
Okay, unregistered version. Oh, this is the unregistered hypercam. All the old YouTube videos had this. Why is it, if you go, like today, those videos look awful. But if you go back in time, I thought that was the height of quality. I would just watch all that stuff. I thought it was the best of the best. And now there's like so many pixels. There's so few pixels, I mean. Oh, I thought 360 was chef's kiss. Nowadays, I think anything lower than 1080p is garbage.
Shooting his bolt action 50 cal at steel.
What? What the?
Oh, Willie, indeed.
What?
Let's see that again.
Huh? What the fuck?
Now, this was a ricochet off steel, so that absorbed a lot of energy. Unfortunately, 50 BMG has a lot of energy to spare. If you're rocking at 18,000 foot-pounds of force, even if you cut that into like a third or a quarter, you're still rocking enough energy to really give somebody a...
What are the odds? What are the odds?
Oh, God. That dude is so both lucky and unlucky. If that was like 4 inches to...
If this was uploaded today, I would immediately be like, that's bullshit. That's fake. That's fake. He shot it. They had a string and a pulley system, and they added the sound in post and everything. If this was uploaded today, I would be vehemently saying anyone who believes this is a fucking idiot. They shouldn't believe everything you've seen on the internet. Oh my god. But yeah, this quality and the fact it was uploaded so long ago is like, nah, this was real. It does sound cartoonish. Like, oh my god. Like I could replicate this without any fire, like without firing an actual gun, and you'd be like, oh man, he recreated it perfectly.
To his right,
but nah, it's real.
You'd have fucking noggin soup. I'm not even gonna say this one was really his fault. That one's just really just unlucky. That at that range, I would not even consider the possibility that you could get a direct. I mean, that's why you angle your steel targets, I guess. But holy shit!
What you drinking?
Tactical reload time.
What is that? Ooh, 4 roses. Nice.
So here we have another video that is again old as dirt. But there's an interesting explanation behind this one. This one's good. So here, our Arab friend is going to start firing from a full auto AK-47.
Okay. Okay.
That one's a winner. So I've seen this video circulated a lot when the AR versus AK stuff comes up. As you may imagine, I get a lot of that conversation saying, well, look, AK-47s can just detonate in your hands like this. Well, okay, there's a...
Hey, if you run out of grenades, you got a backup right there. What's wrong with that?
A little bit...
It's like the Samsung.
And it actually has a cool history. But first off, not a Darwin Award winner, because our pal here is just kind of rinse his hands of this Kalashnikov as fast as he can, and it seems like he's okay. Although now he might be a little gun shy. What we've actually happened here in this video, and of course there's no way to confirm it, but because of the magnitude of this explosion, I think this is actually sabotaged ammunition, which is actually more common than you'd think. Specifically by the US in Vietnam as a part of something called Project Eldest Son, in order to turn the Viet Cong against their Chinese backers in the Vietnam War, and just kind of in general fuck with their heads.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Jack. Welcome to the Rave Cave. You're just in time to watch some epic gun fails. Just in time to watch some epic gun fails. Okay, let's go back.
As a part of something called Project Eldest Son, in order to turn the Viet Cong against their Chinese backers in the Vietnam War, and just kind of in general fuck with their heads, the US made and circulated tons of sabotaged 7.62 by 39.
Wait. So we sent out bad ammo to the Vietnamese. Okay, it's war. I get that. But couldn't this eventually and very likely just get into the hands of civilians at some point? Because you can't just take them back after the war. So what if there's a lot of, sabotaged ammo. The war is over, and now just civilians who have guns now are just, oh yeah, thanks for the ammo. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go to the shooting range or something, or it's like I have it on my farm for defense or something like that, and then they just fucking blow up in their hands. Yeah, unfortunately, yes, it happens. Yeah, like I get it's war. It's a, you know, it's a tough call on that, but damn. But it was given to the military first, yeah. It reminds me, this is a weird-ass comparison, I know. But it reminds me of when I was playing Star Wars, the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the MMO, the one that's the MMO. There was a mission where you could either sabotage like walkie-talkies so it couldn't be used by the enemy, or you could put grenades on them so if they're ever disturbed, it blows up the people scavenging it. And then the good decision is to just sabotage the walkie-talkies. But the bad decision is to put grenades on it because there could be civilians out there scavenging for resources because the war has devastated their homes and everything. So that was like literally my first thought that popped into my head. So it was like one of the earlier missions. And of course I was a bounty hunter and I was going evil. So I put the fucking grenades on the guys. You know, hashtag, you know, hashtag Sith, hashtag fuck the Republic. So, yeah. In the late 60s and 70s, the government wasn't thinking about Americans getting Russian surpluses or Vietnamese ammo. I mean, fair. That's fair. Yeah. Oh, right, Bounty Hunter? Bounty Hunter was the best. Bounty Hunter was the best. Renegade for life. Exactly. It's just business.
Instead of smokeless powder, they'd actually put like a small bit of high explosive in the ammo itself. So the purpose of this was to, you know, in effect, while the gun was being fired, all you need is one tainted round, and it just detonates and disables the enemy firearm. Now, of course, a shitload of these were distributed, but the Vietnam War ended, and so
he's gonna say it now,
floating around there, and I think some of them made their way to the Middle East, and I think that's what happened to our very, very unfortunate homie here.
Jeez. He handles it very well.
That's crazy explosion. I'm marking this video for AK abuse. Next up, we got a video that, again, was very, very widely suggested last time around, so we are definitely going to talk about this. This is, cop shoots himself in the leg.
Oh, no.
This is an unloaded gun.
This is in a school?
This is an unloaded gun. A lot of problems start with an unloaded gun.
This is a Glock 40.
Okay.
50 Cent, Too Short, all of them talking.
I mean, right now it looks like he's holding it. It looks like he's holding it very well and very smart. You know, he doesn't have his finger on the trigger and everything, so good. You know, I hate the idea of having a gun in the school for any reason, but you know, he's probably showing them how to. I actually don't know what the purpose of this is, to be honest.
Okay, I'm the only one in this room professional enough that I know of to carry this Glock 40. I'm the only.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
No more. Is everybody all right?
Is everybody all right? Buddy, it doesn't look like you're all right.
Oh.
He's the only one in this room professional enough to handle it.
That's it. Whoa. I got it. Yeah.
Are they laughing? They're like, haha, what's this plan?
Good on him for calling it correctly, though. He said, first thing he says, I have an AD. I had an AD. I think he's talking to his partner or something like that, which, if he was in the fucking room, I assume he saw. It's a desktop. Come on. Yep, he had an accidental discharge. No idea why his finger was on the trigger or pulling the trigger. It doesn't really take that long to clear a firearm. Especially, maybe he was a nervous presenter.
I have had it pounded into my head. You do not put your finger on the trigger unless you are planning to shoot. My finger stays the heck away from the trigger no matter what. Even a freaking BB gun, okay? I don't care what it is. I am not gonna put my finger on anything that has a trigger unless it's a Nerf gun or a Super Soaker or something like that, or my my PS5 controller that I have right here. You know, any of that. Those are the only triggers I'm pulling on, regardless. Yeah, he broke at least 4 laws of gun safety. Yep. I get I get the purpose, or I get the idea of wanting to, show the students, gun safety, about police. It's also kind of a way to, make them more comfortable around police if they ever need to call a cop or get to cop for help or anything like that. But do you really need to bring the gun into the school? I mean, really? Or something? Because, you don't need to be like, here's a real gun to get the point across. Yeah, just bring a fake gun or something. They're not gonna know. I don't. And then he shoots himself in the foot. Now they're probably less comfortable around cops. So, like, do you need to? I don't think so.
Firearm safety slipped his mind. Not a great thing when the thing that you're presenting is a firearm. I will say he took that gunshot like a fucking Chad, though.
Oh yeah.
I made a mistake. So listen to me. Guys, listen to me.
I've never seen the rest of this video.
Listen to me.
What?
See that how the accident happened? It can happen to you and you can be blown away. Okay? So guys, never play with guns. See how accidents happen? They happen.
He turned this around.
This
guy's a Chad.
But Brian, bring that other gun out, Brian.
Bring out another one. Do not bring out the other one.
Oh no! Okay, whatever props I gave him before for taking that like a hoss, double. He goes right into his safety spiel. This is why I don't play with gun, guys. Accidents can happen.
I like the spiel. Don't bring out the other gun. Don't press your luck.
As you can see, I've got a very bad arterial bleed, and I'm waiting for medical attention, but while I'm here, either way, Brian should not bring that other gun out. He took that shit so well. I have half a mind to think that this was set up and he did that on purpose. He was so prepared.
It was faked.
Improv 100. But this is a great example of
It can't
one of
happen
the
twice.
rules of firearm safety. Treat every gun as if it's loaded. There's going to be trouble as soon as it's a firearm failed video and somebody starts saying, this gun is unloaded. It really doesn't take very long to check. Just simple, pull the slide back, see if you can see the casing. It's very easy to check if firearm's unloaded because a lot of people just think it's got no magazine. This gun is unloaded.
Nope,
well,
one in the chamber.
Around in the
I played Call of Duty. I learned about that one in the chamber game mode.
chamber. It doesn't take but 2 seconds to check. Even after you checked, it really doesn't take that much mental power to just treat it like it is loaded. It's just kind of something you have to be.
You could show me that gun. You could take the magazine out. You could unchamber the round. Show me in my face like, look, there's no bullet in here, and then hand the gun to me, and I am still gonna act like there's a bullet in there. All right, I am not pointing it at anything. I'm keeping my finger off the trigger. Nothing. No. I will always be like, no, this is a fully loaded gun that can kill me or somebody right now. Always. I do not care. You could just double check, triple check, quadruple check. I do not care. That has a bullet in it. That has a bullet in it all the time. Every time.
Conscious of. Everybody fucks up every now and then, but the good thing about the rules of firearm safety is you have to fuck up multiple rules at once to have an accident. These are extraordinarily safe tools as long as the user knows what they're doing. Unfortunately, it's when the people don't follow the basic rules of firearm safety and they still try to have fun that we have the really bad accidents. This one I already know is going to be pretty bad. Man uses AK-47 for celebratory gunfire, kills guests at Pakistani wedding.
What? Please do not tell me that this man is about to one hand shoot this straight into the air. Please, for the love of God, because I don't understand people that shoot bullets straight into the air. The bullets don't disappear, people. What goes up comes back down. I don't get that. Don't just shoot into the air. I don't even care. Like, I'm shooting it at an angle. You don't know what's over there. You don't know if there's people over there. I remember hearing about a story about a guy who was getting ready for prom, and then he was walking out of his room, and then boom, he gets a bullet straight through his collarbone because it was like, I don't know, it was someone was celebrating something, and they shot their gun straight into the air, and it just went up into the air, came back down, hit the guy right in the collarbone. Do not, just don't. You don't know it's going to hit. You don't know where that bullet's going to land. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Yikes. So in a lot of Arab cultures, kind of seems bizarre even to the gun-toting United States. A lot of weddings and other celebrations, people just, you know, shoot machine guns, pistols, whatever in the air. I guess out in the desert, they don't feel like it's a problem where the bullets land. I don't know. Here in the States, we still view that kind of sketchy. In fact, where I was at in New Year's this year, we had some idiot that did that and ended up hitting some poor girl in downtown Raleigh. It's just, what comes up must come down, so just be conscious of that. This isn't something you want to do here. But anyway, over there, it's just kind of a part of their culture. It's a thing that they do. And a lot of times, okay, while it may not be safe, nothing bad happens. I mean, it's one of those things, you're shooting up in the air and whatnot, but occasionally you mix people that aren't following the rules of firearm safety with trying to have fun or trying to impress people, and then you have an accident like this. For those concerned, this clip does not actually include any of the people getting hit, but it's very obvious what happened. Because obviously, you know...
And before he goes into whatever part he's going to show, I don't care if I'm not concerned about where the bullets are going to land. I don't hold a full auto gun with one hand in the air. What if you're not prepared for the kick or something, and then you drop it or something? No. I do not care. If you just had to shoot it straight up into the air, I want both hands on it at the very least. And you better not be walking. You better not be walking. Because you could trip or something. No, you stand still, you have it at an angle, and you put both hands on it. But even then, I wouldn't want to do it. Just don't do it at all. But it looked like from the little picture, he's shooting it with one hand. That's just asking for problems.
YouTube and everything like that. If you're seeing this video, congratulations. That means the algorithm is working properly. If we actually showed anything too bad here in this video,
I mean, and understandably so.
So for the guys who are like trying to watch the original videos and stuff when we blurred things, I
don't want to see someone die on YouTube.
Links down in the description if you're actually curious. But for obvious reasons, we can't do that here on YouTube. We at least don't want to risk it. So without further ado, let's see what we got.
Oh my god.
Like a full auto
It didn't even warn anybody, I think. Don't. Oh my god.
Jesus. That's a rough one, because there's no safe direction here. It's just... Oh god. So the guy limp-wristed the hell out of it. So he had, looked like just an underfolder AK, and clearly, I guess, did not anticipate the recoil of 7.62x39. Kind of a slight downward angle. Thing just pushed right down. A couple shots in, and he was at melon level. Not going to show the rest of the video because it's just a bunch of running and screaming around. It's not good.
He kept shooting. I mean, it's falling. His finger's stuck on the trigger. Also, there's probably alcohol. Oh wait, do they? This is going to sound really stupid. Do they drink alcohol there? I assume they drink alcohol there. Or is that something where you can't do that at like a wedding? I remember there's some cultural differences in some places. So nah, yeah, it depends on the culture. So yeah, there actually may not be any alcohol involved on this, to be fair. But once it's gone down, his finger is like the thing that's holding it. So his finger is stuck on the trigger. So yeah, he kept shooting because his finger was just on the trigger the entire time. Because he could, the only way to do that is to just completely get rid of the gun. His brain's, no one's going to think that fast in that moment, unfortunately. So yeah, Muslim people do not drink alcohol. Yeah, as soon as I said, I was like, wait a minute, I don't think they actually do. So, but yeah, that's that's a no. Like, just don't do that. Just don't.
One fuck up in this case apparently killed 3 people at what was supposed to be a celebration. But even this really shitty example of the
or it depends on the sect. Okay.
Darwin Awards are supposed to remove the idiot from the gene pool. In this case, he proved that he's an idiot by removing 3 innocent people from the gene pool. So this one really also doesn't work. So not a Darwin Award, just man,
sad. Just
that brings
sad.
us over to our next contender. So that's something like a PPSH or a Suomi, something like that. Some submachine gun.
What's he doing? Don't stop looking at the.
Fuck. So right off the bat, he's demonstrating extremely poor safety with.
Welcome, peanut butter jelly time. What a time to follow. But thank you for the follow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I had to look away for a second. To me, it sounded like he stopped and immediately started shooting again. No, he did not keep shooting. No. Oh god, go back.
Gun.
He's just looking.
Ooh. Oh. Fuck. So right off the bat, he's demonstrating extremely poor safety with the way he's loading this thing. Basically, I don't think it's pointed directly at him. Almost.
Still.
He's sweeping around. He sweeps the camera, if you see right there. So he's pointing a now loaded submachine gun around at everybody around him. So he's already being an asshole. Even still, now that it's loaded, he's not quite confident. So he looks straight at the muzzle and pulls the trigger. Step 1, load submachine gun. Step 2, point submachine gun at face. Step 3, pull trigger. Step 4, wall pizza. Somehow our late friend here was able to fuck up all 4 basic rules of firearm safety at once. Treat every firearm as if it's loaded. Know your target and what's behind it. Never point a weapon at anything you're willing to destroy. Keep your fingers off the trigger until you are ready to fire. Follow those rules and you won't end up like this guy, who is actually our first ever actual winner of a Darwin Award. And with that, I hope you guys found this video entertaining, but I also hope that you maybe learned something so that this sort of thing doesn't happen to you. And with that, I appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video. As always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Very good video. All right, I heard that there are bloopers at the end, so we need to wait for that because I missed it last time. So let's hang on.
What blows me? Can we even talk about the blood on his leg?
Oh. Maybe don't say blows me away either.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't say that. What is he looking at on his phone? Oh, it's the video on his phone?
I started reading texts. Just dumb shit. I know you just like recorded the actual disdain that I had for most of my texts right there. Immortalized.
God, they did a good job getting the fan out of that.
Those 2 gaps right there.
Safe life.
Very nice. Well, thank you for watching, YouTube, and remember to please be safe with firearms, as you always should. Follow all 4 of those rules, and when in doubt, just don't be near a gun. If you're not comfortable with it, don't be near a gun. Just don't do it. But thank you for watching, YouTube, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, maybe come by the stream or join the Discord. Links are in the description down below. And let me know of any other videos or video series or channels down in the comments below that you're interested in. But until next time, stay awesome, y'all, and stay safe. Bye-bye.